Okay, Arlen, so today we're going to have some fun. We're going to compare you to the man, Roger Federer, so we can kind of take a look at how we want our backhand to keep progressing. We've made some good progress in the last couple of weeks, but watching this video and then our on-court work is going to keep cleaning up the backhand. So let's take a look at you first hitting your backhands here and how you were hitting them. We're just going in regular speed, and you'll see that we got some nice backhands going on, but the ball's a little bit behind you on a lot of these. As you see, we're hitting a little late, and we're opening up, and we're not staying on the front foot very long, and really holding the pose on our follow through. So this is how we started. That was a nice one right there. And then we're gonna also take a look at the stroke when we clean it up. Okay. So now we're going to take a look at us talking about counterbalancing. So you'll see what a difference just one little move makes as far as bringing the arms and separating them out and kind of like you're squeezing the shoulder blades here. So let's take a couple of looks at this. So here we go. So now we're going to talk about counterbalancing out the stroke. So you're getting ready to go, and here comes the ball, and see, already that's looking a little better. You're not opening up as much. That one wasn't so good, but watch this one, Arlen. This is one of my favorite ones. Look at that. That was a beautiful stroke. That might have been the best one we hit. That was late, and you didn't really hold your counterbalance because you were late. That looks better. Nice hold on the finish, so you're holding the finish longer. Not really doing the counterbalance as much as we did on that one shot. So you can see even though we're working on counterbalance, it's not quite happening. Looks like the balls are getting a little hot. Now that was a nice one. Okay, let's take a look at one more. That was pretty good, how you were holding the finish. So we're getting a little better. Okay, let's take a look at some stroke. Oh, very nice. Let's take a look at some of these in slow motion. Okay, Arlen, so one of the things we talked about on hitting a really good backhand is staying through the hitting zone and airing out the armpit. And what I've drawn here are three balls. If you can see them, 1, 2, 3 in the line. We want to pretend every time we're coming ready to hit a ball that we're going to hit through not one ball, but three balls and continue our arm in that path as long as possible. This will help us to get a nice long hitting zone, drive the ball more, be more consistent, and you're going to see right here on this one that your preparation is really nice. First of all, I like how you can see the ball is over here. We got the ball right there, and that you are well beneath the ball, which I like. Your arms are well beneath the ball. Now, as you're coming to hit it, though, watch how quick you leave the hitting zone. And this is what sometimes make this, so you're way up there. Let's rewind that. Okay. You're getting ready to hit the ball, and you can see how high your finish is way up here. Okay. When I want you to be more out at this angle, this should be your finish. Okay, right out that way. You're going too high too early, and that's bringing the ball up. You can see your weight is leaning back right in there, right where we want that knee leaning forward. We want to be leaning forward with our legs, and we're not quite getting that. You're leaning back too much. So that's a look at the beginning of our stroke. All right, so that's kind of what we're doing in the beginning. Now we're going to take a look at when you were doing the counterbalance if things got a little better. So let's take a look at that. Now this is probably one of the best strokes you hit when we're working on the backhand and really using that counterbalance to your advantage. Again, what I like here is how low we see the racket head in comparison to the ball. The ball is way over here, and you can see again that your racket head is well beneath the ball. So we're liking that a lot. Okay. Now, as the ball approaches, another thing, look how much more inside the baseline you are here, and you're already stepping out to the ball. Can you see that? That's another good sign. Before the ball's even getting there, you're already on your way going towards the ball, which I like. Okay, so good job there. Now, as the ball is approaching, you can see that you continue onto the ball, and look at that great finish. This is a nice finish. Now, our weight is still a little bit leaning back, but it's much better. Okay, so the balance is better. I'd still like to see this knee leaning more forward if we can. Get that knee to lean more forward, but it's getting there. Look at the beautiful finish that we have going on, and right in this whole area of your body. Whoops. Get this thing to work here. But I like how you're using this counterbalance move right there, which is keeping your chest towards the fence, which is really nice. And then another thing is, I don't think you finished up as high. You drove through the ball more. On our last stroke that we hit, you were more finished straight up this way, and now you can see that you aired out the armpit a little bit more and are going more that way on your follow-through, which is good. So we're doing that, hitting through the three balls a little more, and this is what we want to work on. So this is the best stroke that we hit that day. Let's take a look at it one more time so you can kind of get a visual on how nice you can look out there. And this is a very, very good job. And then we're going to bring in the master, Roger Federer, and take a look at that so we can keep improving. Again, we got a nice knee bend. Watch you drive forward, and then look at that counterbalance. Very nice job. But then again, you can see that you always start to walk back rather than go forward. So that's another thing we're going to work on. Okay, so I'm going to bring in the master here in a couple of seconds. Okay, so let's take a look at Roger. A couple things we're going to notice is the extension. The beautiful extension he's going to have, and how after he hits he's going to bring his weight forward. Even though on this shot he leans back a little bit, but he's still even leaning back in his shot. You'll see that he is going to force himself to move forward into the court after the hit. So let's take a look at it right now and just enjoy it. So here comes Roger, and look at the beautiful preparation. He brings that racket up high in the beginning. You can see it's basically reaching the tip of the rackets even above the head, and now he's going to really start to accelerate down on the ball. So he comes low, relaxing the wrist, a big swing up. Notice how he's really planned that front foot. Look at the back foot right now. It's in the air, okay? His back foot is in the air. Let's take a look at that right now. So as he's hitting, even though he's leaning back a little bit, you can see his body right here is leaning back a little bit. It's pretty much in a straight line. But you can see that all the weight is on the front foot, which is beautiful. And then in here you can see nice extension. And he's using that counterbalancing move with his hand right in here for the counterbalance. And then as we play it, watch how he continues to even extend out. Both hands, this hand's now gone back a little more, right? This hand's gone back even more. And he extends this racket. Look where this racket is, way over here. But he still is keeping his chest. If you notice, he's keeping his chest still to the fence, which is great. Or, you know, to the crowd, as you will. His leg still in, this back leg still in the air, all the weight on the front foot, even after he's done the stroke. And as we continue to play it out, watch this, as we continue to play it out, you'll see that when he's done, the foot comes down, and where does his body go? Let's take a look. He starts to make sure that as he's complete, he's still finishing up the stroke. Look how long he makes that finish happen, too. He makes that finish happen an awful long time, doesn't he, Arlen? And then you see his knee right here is leaning forward. His knee's lean forward. His back heel is up, to making sure he's going into the ball, getting as much weight into the ball as possible. And as we play it out, watch his first move. Is he going to go back? No, he's going to go forward. He's bringing that leg up. Boom. Right there. He's bringing the leg up. Okay? Where you tend to hit and always lean back. And he's wanting to get a better position on the court. So let's take a look at it again. Right here, we're gonna show you a little bit right here too of a nice way to set up. They call this the L. Okay? They call this the L move right here. Let me just show you. Here and here. And then you also make an L from here to and in there. Okay? See that? See that? We got like two intersecting L's. This is a great way to prepare if it's only a great way to prepare if you can, when you're getting ready to hit, relax this wrist down. If you stay up in this position, you're obviously not going to hit a good toss and backhand because you got to get under it and roll it. So as he gets ready to hit, we'll just continue to play it out. You're going to see that everything does relax, and he's going to start to really move forward into the ball. Look how much he turns. Look at that big shoulder turn. Relaxing down, coming out. He's going to air out that armpit. He's going to go through the ball. He's brushing up on it, but it's still going through all the way down the front foot. Big extension, big counterbalance, and then he's going to push his body forward to finish out the stroke. And notice how much time he took on that shot. And we know that play happens really fast for those guys, but he took a long time on that stroke. All right, so next we're just going to get a little visual, and we're going to... All right, so as promised, here's you with the master. Now, look, you both have different shoulder turns. He gets his racket up more. You go straight down, which, you know what, is actually fine. But if you wanted to get a little bit more momentum, a good little rhythm, you might want to play around with this. But the timing is tougher. Johnny Mack kind of always went straight back, so not a big deal. And then we're going to take a look. We're just going to play his stroke, and then we'll have a couple of your strokes going to take us home. So you can kind of see the difference. There's some good stuff in your stroke, Arlen, but we can see that we can always make it a little cleaner. So enjoy this right here. So there, yours is, you went out there really nice, and then kind of leaning back. Federer on this stroke is going to go out and really hold. We can see the difference in the hold on his stroke and the extension. To me, those are the two biggest differences, is the amount of time he holds, the weight. You're not getting enough weight on that front foot long enough. So that would be the biggest thing I think we need to work on, is transferring into the front foot and actually maybe lifting that, doing a little bit of practicing of lifting that back foot off the air because you have so much balance. Okay? So enjoy this, and we'll see you this week on the court.